What's going on, guys? It's Frankie from Action Motorsports. Welcome to our shop tour series. On this episode, we're in Mount Holly, New Jersey at Action Fab, and Joe's gonna show us around his shop. All right, so we're here at your garage slash shop slash home as well.
Yeah.
So how did this whole thing happen?
I started doing the fab work professionally in Arizona. My wife was pregnant and we decided it made more sense to be closer to the rest of the family. So we moved back, I think it was June.
And you were
of
doing
23.
And you were doing fabrication out there?
Yep.
So you started your own thing out in Arizona?
Yeah, I was doing it on the side in Arizona. I bought my first TIG welder like right after we got out there, like 2017-ish, and just started playing around little by little. My car's always been the test dummy.
Yeah.
So little by little, I was doing stuff on that. I cut stuff off, redid stuff. I bought it completely stock at 17. It was my second car, technically. I found this on Craigslist, just completely stock.
Wow.
And I proceeded to just destroy it, basically.
To be honest, you haven't really changed it that much. Like, it kind of looks similar to how it always looked. A lot of good memories of this car at Club Loose.
December of 2019, I bought that tube bender and I bent up this front end. And that was the start of action, really.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It just kept snowballing.
Damn.
I had my first actual roll cage a couple months after that, and YouTube videos and practice.
Yeah.
And it just kept progressing.
Did you bring this car to Arizona?
Yeah.
Oh, you did? And you drifted out there?
Yep.
Wow, that's cool.
This I bought in Arizona, and
Okay.
same kind of thing. It had like Megan springs on it,
Yeah.
and a 300,000 mile NA2J.
Oh,
So I did a lot of stuff with this too. This is my street car though.
okay.
So this is,
Yeah.
it's VVTi 1J, drift motion turbo, and
Oh, wow.
and a W58. So
That's
nothing
a pretty
crazy.
nice car.
Yeah, it works out good.
You bring it to the track at all?
I haven't yet.
Okay.
I would like to at some point. We found the house and sent my wife's parents to come look at it. They were like, "This is it. Just buy it."
All right, well, the first thing I noticed about this shop is there's no front door.
Right. Yeah.
It's pretty much just the garage doors.
Yeah. There's no front door, but
which is kind of cool. I feel like you
works
use
out
this
okay.
one as the...
this is my entrance.
Yeah.
This is like my general fab area. So
Okay.
I got my tube bender and all my attachments and dies and stuff like that. The bandsaw for cutting all the stainless for exhaust and stuff like that. That's been working out pretty good for me, but it's been good. That's been Eastwood. My TIG welder's Eastwood.
So now you're doing this full time. You find yourself busy, I guess. Too busy.
Too busy.
Yeah.
Roll cages have been my primary. I get a lot of them from drift cars. I've been getting a lot more into drag cars, like some of the NHRA stuff. Just the different motorsports have all been keeping me busy. It's not like I gotta just wait on the drift kids to crash, which has been nice.
Wait on the drift kids to crash.
Yeah.
So I see that this is super organized.
Yeah, I try to stay organized where I can, because the more things are spread out in a mess, the less focused I am.
Like, I need to know, did you dress this place up for us, or?
I swept.
That's it?
No, it was like I had tools and stuff around, but this is usually, for the most part, how it stays.
Yeah, because
some parts get spread around and stuff like that.
You don't see this kind of shit at our shop. My technicians are all over the place. There's shit all over the toolboxes. I hope they watch this too. But yeah, no, this is amazing because this is going to keep you efficient.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yeah.
The more I can stay organized, it helps me stay focused and keep things moving a little better.
All right, so we got the toolboxes over here.
Toolboxes. It's a little bit of a mix of actual tools and some supplies and stuff. So
okay.
I try to, same kind of thing. I try to stay organized where I can.
Holy, you make me feel like I'm a mess. This is crazy.
My wife helps.
And you guys, you put this on every...
Yeah, wherever I can.
Okay.
That's
cool.
That's my biggest advertising.
Yeah.
But yeah, like wherever I can, I try to stay organized.
What else you got in here?
I'm still working on laying things out from my work toolbox to my home toolbox now. Because, you know, you end up with duplicates of all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Instead of carrying things back and forth, so.
This tool right here, I bet this is one of your most important tools.
Yeah.
This is a hood prop. Right? Yeah, because we all know all these drift cars and everything else that comes in here probably doesn't even...
Yep.
Yeah, they probably don't
Everybody's
even have
missing one.
Yeah. These are Husky toolboxes. What do you think about these?
I like them. I mean, they... I've never been a $8,000 toolbox kind of guy.
Yeah.
For the price and what I need, they work out perfect. Plus, the woodwork top is really nice. So it works out pretty good. I have pretty much everything I need right here, like within arm's reach for the most part. So same thing, it just keeps me productive.
Is this a Harbor Freight?
Yes.
How is this thing?
It's all right. It doesn't have the power to like deck flanges and stuff like that, but if
Yeah.
I'm cutting tubes and just need to flatten them and clean them up, it works pretty well.
You might not be the best quality, but if it breaks, it's like I only spent however much on it.
Right, I could buy 4 of those before I could buy an expensive one.
And I see this drill press over here. This thing looks kind of old.
That is ancient.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that from someone I worked with.
This is nice.
Honestly, when you need it, there's no replacing it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you probably agree. There's no better tool than an old American tool. Like that's like the best.
Yeah,
that's the best stuff. Oh, this is pretty niess too. What even is this? Before I hurt myself.
That's a sheet metal shear.
Okay. You have like all the stuff that I wish I had.
Just little by little, I've just collected stuff.
Yeah.
But it just, I think it's called like a guillotine or something. But it just slices through like that. So you can do complex shapes and stuff.
Okay.
That you can't do with like one of those electric shears.
Yeah.
I don't use it a lot. I don't do a lot of sheet metal work, but I do enough that it made sense. This is working out okay for now.
And you got the welders over here.
Yeah.
I can't believe you said you got your first welder in Arizona.
I bought my first welder in 2013. Actually, I bought that one in 2013. Like,
but I guess your TIG welder.
Yeah.
Okay.
I bought that senior year and just started around with it.
Okay.
And I built an exhaust for my car that really sucked.
Yeah.
And then I built a car for an exhaust for my brother's car, and then a buddy, and then I crashed into the wall at Englishtown, right in front of the bleachers.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I guess we're doing a tube front. So it started like that and just snowballed.
So I feel like you could blame drifting for your current career.
Yeah, absolutely. If I didn't suck at drifting, I wouldn't have gotten here.
And this is the same one?
Yeah, that's been great. So I don't do a lot of MIG welding anymore.
Okay. Creepers, always necessary?
Always, especially in a shop with no lift.
Yes. I see the jack stand area right here.
Yeah.
Who painted this?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
It came out pretty good.
It's all right.
I think you got a backup career too.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah, you could definitely spray paint. Is it spray paint?
Yeah. I did some research. I bought all the stupid tips and
to like make sure it's the right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I kept seeing videos of those on Instagram. I was like, that looks pretty cool. And even if it comes out like, I'll just paint over it.
Yeah.
Like, I'll hire somebody that knows what they're doing.
Yeah. All right. What the hell is this thing?
So that's a porticool. That was essential in Arizona.
Yeah.
So it just like runs water down the back of it, and it's got a fan in it.
Mm-hmm. Could you cool this entire room? In the summer.
It'll give you a decent amount, but it's the same thing like the heater. You kind of have to be close to it.
Yeah.
Honestly, the high ceiling really does like change the temperature in here.
Yeah.
Because between being in the shade and letting the heat rise and everything, it really doesn't get too terrible in here.
You're right. Would you ever consider putting a lift in here?
I would love to, but
you'd have to do some reconstruction.
Yeah. You know Gary.
Yeah.
As soon as first time they came over here, it was like one of my first big projects. Gary comes in, he's like, this place is pretty cool. You know, you could raise the ceiling in here. I was like, whoa! I couldn't even afford to put the lights in here properly. Let's take it easy.
Yeah. I mean, you could. Well, as we move down, we're kind of moving into like, I feel like I'm in the material section of the shop right now.
Yeah.
I got like a bunch of paint and everything else over here.
So this shelf I got all my paints and aerosols, oils, distilled water, all that kind of stuff over here. My alignment stuff and my, whatever you call it, the sheet metal brake.
Metal brakes?
I don't use either of them too often, so they're hung up out of the way. The totes are just, random stuff. I got my milk crate for the track, even though I haven't been forever. My hardware and electrical stuff.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
So this works out pretty good.
All right, moving down, we got some, we got a lot of pipes here.
Yeah, we got, this is my material rack. I don't stock a whole lot of stuff just because pretty much everything that comes in is one-off for the most part. I just recently started doing like a production turbo kit for some Subarus. Oh, cool. I have a shop that I work with. I think he's in Pennsauken now. So
you're now making your own product?
Yeah.
So this company is buying manifolds from you and using them on cars at the shop?
It's a rotated turbo setup. So it's an up pipe, a two-piece down pipe, and a wastegate dump. Okay. So I have, that's what the jig over there is for.
Okay.
So I have it set up that I could replicate it. And, as orders come into him, whip them up and send them over. But I'm working on a couple other production pieces. Like I started working with Ripatuned on the Trackhawks and that kind of stuff. So we got a couple of things. Yeah. Drive shaft loops and stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
So,
awesome. Yeah, you do sound busy now that you're talking about all this stuff.
Yeah, I stay busy.
Yeah, now I'm not too worried anymore. So you actually built these racks?
Yeah, so I had, little by little, I was just collecting tubes and laying them out in this bay. Mm-hmm. And as I was getting busier, it was just stacking up more, and then I'm tripping over it, trying to work around it. So I built a rack so I could get everything off the ground, and I'm able to stock a lot more. This is all my 1.5-inch stuff for like drift cages and the SCCA stuff, that kind of thing. This is 1 5/8 DOM for some of the drag cars. A lot of the drag car guys are going chromoly, so I stocked up on it.
Oh, wow. So what's up with chromoly? Is it like way more expensive?
It's significantly more expensive. Okay. But
it's super light.
Super light.
Holy shit.
The thing with chromoly is that it's stronger than regular steel, so you can run a thinner tube. So like that's an 083 wall. Okay. Versus the regular steel, which you got to run a 120 wall on most, like for drag cars.
This is like blowing my mind right now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I guess I never picked one of these up yet.
Right. It's like stainless versus titanium.
Yeah.
Like same kind of thing.
Yeah, like going to pick this up, I was like, oh, it's gonna be heavy, and I was like, what the?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I love how the bay, the last bay, is just for the cutting wheel. Yeah. I mean, it kind of makes sense because that's a pretty serious component of your business.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, let's go over some of the cars you got in here. We got Josh's car here. This is one of the reasons why we're here. We're picking this thing up. You did a full cage in this car.
Yeah, so this got a 6-point cage. We tried to keep as much interior as possible, also leaving him enough elbow room. We kept the headliner. We kept all the plastics, the rear seats, but overall laid out really well.
I know Josh really wanted this gauge pod.
He specifically said, I forget whose car it was, but he sent me a picture of somebody's car with a full cage and interior, and the only thing they were missing was A-pillar plastics.
Oh,
and he was like, we got to keep them. This is like a Front Street special, this cage.
Yeah, because you did the same thing on Tom, or?
Yeah, I did the same thing on Tom's. I did the same thing on 2 of Jimmy's cars.
Oh, okay.
So I did the cage on his coupe.
I didn't even know you were doing the cages on Jimmy's cars.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, I did the cage on his coupe, and then I did the cage on his hatch that's going to Japan. So I get a lot of questions on that silicon bronze. So this is, it's kind of like brazing.
Yeah.
So it, instead of melting the base metal, like, you know how these floors are, just thin sheet metal, that kind of glues it together. Okay. And it works out great. It saves a lot of headaches as far as like blowing through the thin factory sheet metal. Yeah. And I think it comes out pretty cool.
These floor plate, you call it a floor plate, right? Mm-hmm. These floor plates make my car look like it was built in the 20s. I just want to say that on camera. But yeah, no, this shit is insane, dude. Yeah, if I ever need another cage, I know where I'm going.
Yeah, you let me know.
I'm trying to figure out how you got so good at welding in 5 years or whatever.
Practice,
When did you get the
like
TIG?
a lot of practice. 2017.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that was a while ago now. All right, what else you got in this shop?
This is BMW 340i.
Okay.
This car right now runs 8s with the setup that was in it already. It's getting a built motor. It's getting all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
So this should be a record-breaking S58 car.
Really?
Yeah, which is crazy. So I think their record just got broken by another shop at 8.4 something in the quarter mile.
8.4 seconds.
Yeah, it's insane.
This car is brand new.
Right, it's a 19. It's crazy.
So is this chromoly?
Yes, so this is chromoly. The cage is going to be an NHRA 850. So basically it's legal to 8.5 seconds. Anything faster or up to 8.5 seconds. So we'll see how that does.
Is the roof carbon fiber?
Yeah, so this is...
Holy
yeah, the roof skin popped up like 2 days before they were going to drop it off. He was like, hey,
Oh, okay.
give us a little extra time so we can do this. But
Yeah.
it worked out great for me because now I don't have to drop the cage down. I can just
Yeah.
weld everything right there.
How does it feel taking cars apart that are this new?
Terrifying. It's not fun.
Yeah.
Anything that comes in here that's got good paint and everything, well, it just customer cars in general. I don't want to scratch
Yeah, yeah.
anything. I don't want to break anybody's
Yeah, but working
so-
on a beat to drift car is a little different than working on a
Right,
record-setting BMW.
Yeah.
that was made 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it definitely is different. But these are actually two good examples of some clean cars that I guess came in here. Yeah.
The issue with these newer cars is that a lot of like the pillars and stuff like that are foam filled. I don't know if it's for sound deadening.
Probably sound.
Or, yeah, I don't think it's a structural thing.
No.
That's a new thing that I gotta worry about.
Damn, so you could just light this thing on fire.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
crazy.
fun.
Yeah, yeah, it's a cool experience. It definitely helps get my name out there. So
Yeah.
I've been really fortunate to get hooked up with the people in the shops that I have. It's been a cool experience, like getting my hands on some different stuff.
Any cars you want to talk about outside? What about this thing?
That is a Lemons car.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so this is getting a roll cage.
Oh, this is sick.
He kept telling me that they're going to get penalized at every race because of the price of the car.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's some kind of price limit on the Lemon stuff.
So this is a Lemons car. So you're just putting the roll cage in it?
Yeah,
Okay.
so this is getting a roll cage. This car is going to be interesting, though, because their drivers range from, I think he said 5'9" to 6'7".
Oh,
You
my.
got 4 drivers. Yeah, I was like, that's wild.
Yeah. So you're going to have to put the
Yeah,
pretty much right where the rear seat goes.
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to push it back really far. Because that would be, like, the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Is if you put this whole cage in the car and the driver doesn't fit,
It's like,
there's no fixing it. You got to start over.
yeah, oh my God,
Yeah.
dude. I'm a big fan of this shop.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like that it's right in your backyard.
Yeah.
It's 4 bays. I mean, the only thing that's missing is a lift, but I feel like you're
Right.
gonna. That's coming. I know it's gonna come.
It's got to,
Yeah.
eventually.
Yeah, eventually we're just gonna see a lift go up in this
Yeah.
plate, and then there's gonna be like a moon roof up there. Okay, I'm going too crazy, but yeah, thanks again, and I'm sure we'll see you out there.
Yeah.
What's your Instagram and all that stuff?
Instagram is Action Fabrication. Same thing on Facebook.
Okay.
And you can contact me through wherever.
Email, all that stuff.
Yeah. Email and phone number should all be linked on there.
Okay, cool.
So,
Awesome. Just know when you're calling his phone number, you're calling the house, and his kids might answer. So. All right, we'll see you on the next episode. What's going on, everybody? We are here in Mount Holly, New Jersey at Action Fab. I f***ed that whole thing up. All right, try this again. I forgot to introduce myself. What's going on, guys? It's Frankie from Action Motorsports, and today we're here in Mount Holly, New Jersey at Action Fab. Couldn't do that, right?
You forgot about Joe.
What's up, everyone? It's Frankie from Action Motorsports. Welcome to our shop tour series. We're here today in Mount Holly, New Jersey at Action Fab. I'm here with Joe. Let's check.
oh, so close.
Dude. And you can't make that work, right? No, there's no way.